A very good morning, welcome. It's Jeff Laughton online for the first time in a long while. It's Monday the 4th of August. Well, I hope you had a very profitable Goodwood. I know I certainly did. But despite all the good intentions, I ended up not going in the end. As I told you, I went abroad for a few days and I didn't get back until the Tuesday afternoon. So it was just too much of a rush to then do a 6-hour drive down to Goodwood. So we're definitely back to the mundane stuff this week, but that doesn't stop us winning money. And I've got a few races that I want to cover on here for you. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jeff Laughton. I've been a professional gambler for almost 35 years. And I make my money solely from betting on horses. I don't bet on anything else, don't go to casinos, don't bet on football, nothing else. And I think if you're wanting to do this either professionally or semi-professionally, then you do need to specialise. And I specialise on the flat in mainly 2- and 3-year-old races, and usually at distances from 6 to 10 furlongs. I'm not saying I never play outside those parameters, but I would have at least 95% of my bets within them. So firstly, if you are new, this is not a tipping channel. It's meant purely to help you look at the races where you have the biggest chance of winning. Ignore the huge handicaps where at least half of the field could be given a reasonable chance to win, and play in the races where there are only 2 or 3 can win. Admittedly, we're going to play at far shorter odds, but we are going to get a hell of a lot more winners than the person who's looking for 12-1 winners. Now they'll collect every pancake Tuesday, and then they'll spend another 4 months looking for the next one, not realising they're doing the money day after day. Winning at this game is all about confidence, and when I bet, I expect to win every day. Now, I don't always do that, obviously, but after 13 winning weeks from 14 this flat season, something I'm doing is going right. I put 2 bets up to my private service clients today, and this already has shown a profit of 168 points since the start of the flat season. If you're interested, just drop me an email for a chat at the email address below, jefflaughtonmanagement@gmail.com. And if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, then you need to do that now, because YouTube will then notify you when I put a video up. So let's get started. Now I've nothing to tell you at Lingfield, so let's start at Ripon. In the 210, although the price is now gone, Goyard should be a point and shoot job. He won by half the track over this course and distance last time on soft ground, so any rain at all won't bother him. The 240 is very interesting, with the 3 standing out the front of the front 3 standing out the front of the market. Ed Bethel's Rogue Temptation won last time, but he's only small and he lacks scope, so the winner should come from either Dandana or Pearl Fortune. Now both have entries in the Group 2 Lowther Stakes at York later this month, and on figures there is little to choose between the 2 of them. But Pearl Fortune was backed into 8 to 15 favourite on her debut 3 weeks ago, and though she didn't beat anything of note, she was so impressive the way she quickened. She's highly regarded and should be winning this. At Windsor this evening in the 5:10, Sir William has had plenty of chances and in the main has been disappointing. But after looking like a step up to 1.5 miles would suit, he hasn't been getting home, and the return to 10 furlongs will surely help. The handicap has played his part as well by dropping him from a mark of 80 at the start of the season to today's mark of 72. And if he's ever going to win a race, then surely it should be today. In the 5:45, there are 3 at the front of the market, but I'm told that George Bowie's horse will need this run badly, leaving Angel of Anfield and Astraza. Now, the handicapper rates Angel of Anfield £4 superior, but has to give him £2, so there's very little in it on figures. Astraza is well berthed in the 2 stall, and I would prefer him over the favourite. In the 6:20, West End Music is only small and lacks scope, but her run at Catterick last time shows that she has ability and should be good enough to win this. However, George Bowie's King Victorious has improved leaps and bounds since his disappointing debut, and he's thought to be quite a nice horse. Now, he's been back from 16-1 last night into 5-2 today, and he'll give the favourite plenty to think about. At Carlisle, assuming this meeting goes ahead because they've got some really bad weather forecast, In the 6:35, Home Straight finally got his head in front after 4 seconds and has been well backed. But Rawalpindi Express really caught the eye last time at Chepstow, having been tailed off before flying home in a closing fourth, looking like he'd just joined in the race. He'll certainly appreciate this stiff mile, and he looks the value in this race. In the 7:05, Daydreamer was impressive at Pontefract last time and only got going in the last furlong. He has course and distance form here from his debut, and he could be hard to beat despite a £4 penalty. However, he's £9 to give to the filly at the bottom, Rogue Attraction, who's been very well backed, and the race should be between these two. So there are a few races there to look at. Remember, don't have too many bets, especially if the ground is going to change. And if you're interested in my private service, drop me an email at the email address below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll come back to you tomorrow at the same time, and many thanks for dropping by.